guys, up again with another series of article review, and we are going to discuss 3 articles again. The first article, in my personal opinion, is one of the best articles on the condylar fracture, because if you do not know anything about condylar fracture, you should definitely read this article because it will give you an overview of everything related to condylar fracture. So the article is the current views on the treatment of condylar fracture, which was published in Pomeranian Journal of Life Science in the year 2018. The aim of this article is to review and address the etiology, epidemiology, and mechanism of condylar fracture, along with various methods of treatment of condylar fracture. The etiology of condylar fracture includes assaults, fall, road traffic accidents, and injuries associated with sports. There is male predilection as much higher as 4 times as compared to females, with individuals belonging to age range of 20 to 40 years. The condylar fractures were classified by various authors such as Wasmund, McLennan, Rowe and Kelly, Digman and Natwig, Spiesel and Schroll and Lindhill. The article also describes 3 basic types of mechanism and interactions resulting in the fracture of condyle. The first one is the collision of a moving object on a static mandible. The second interaction is in the cases when there is a collision of moving person, that is, the person is moving or is having kinetic energy and he collides onto a static object, resulting in condylar fracture. The third kind of interaction is in case where there is collision between a moving person and a moving object, that is, there is kinetic energy both in the moving person and in the object with which the person collides. Apart from this, the article mentions on the various treatment protocols for the condylar fracture, the intraoral and the extraoral approaches, and different kind of approaches that can be taken for the management of the condylar fracture, and different surgical incisions that can be opted in order to expose the fracture site. Now heading towards our second article, which is a new method for surgical treatment of subcondylar fracture, a case report, and this was published in the year 2017. The authors mentions a case report of a 30-year-old man with subcondylar fracture due to road traffic accident. And on radiographic examination, it was found that there was lateral displacement. The fracture was surgically reduced with intraoral incision, following which a vertical step was created on the ramus, extending from the mandibular notch to the superior aspect of the angle of the mandible. The authors also described this intraoral access by Chevrani method to be more difficult as compared to the extraoral approaches, though this method has its own advantages such as minimized risk to the facial nerve and parotid gland, reduced time period for maxillomandibular fixation, and formation of no scar. Our third article is Condylar Fracture, Correlation of Treatment Outcomes of Condylar Fracture Fixation with Single and Multiple Mini Plates. It was published in Professional Medical Journal in the year 2019, and this article talks about a study done on trauma cases in which open reduction and internal fixation was conducted intraorally and Heinz incision was used for condylar fracture. The fracture was reduced and fixed using 2 mini-dynamic non-compressive mini plates. In this study, the efficacy of 2 non-compression mini plates to that of single non-compression mini plates was evaluated, and the authors concluded in their study that 2 compression mini plates provided better outcome of stable osteosynthesis and decreased morbidity. Despite the added cost of the extra mini plate that was used, the outcomes of the results with 2 mini plates could not be ruled out. So this was the triplet of article review for today. I hope you guys liked it, and I would suggest you guys to personally read all of these articles. I'll give the link of the articles in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye and